Alright, what is going on, guys? Spiteful's back again, coming at you with the top 10 mind units of Bleach Brave Souls. But first, a word from our generous sponsor. I'd like to present to you this new gaming chair. Oh my god, press. Please insert name here. They are a blessing. I feel my butt cheeks getting massaged every single time I sit down. Do you ever want to get your dick sucked while you're sitting playing your Call of Duty, boys? Well, unfortunately, this does not come with the dick sucking model, unfortunately, but it is coming soon. It is in the works, so make sure that you use my code #sellout in the website www.comfortablechairtositin.com and make sure to purchase your own butt cheek rubbing chair. Now, let's get on with the video.
Yeah, 覚悟はいいか。行くぜ。決意転生。
Damn, man, 2020 was a crazy year when it comes to Bleach Brave Souls. We got a ton of great characters, but first, the one that we should mention first and foremost, the #1 unit that got the most hate in all of Bleach Brave Souls for being released in the year 2020, and that is Aura. I am nothing more than a humble servant of trash that rules death. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Well, guess what? Nobody was happy to make your acquaintance when they showed up in their box. Everyone wanted Hikone or Bankai Shuhei. And you know what? Those that ended up getting this character, except for my boy Karuto, who wanted a 5 out of 5 for some god-awful reason and got completely cucked and wasted 6,000 orbs and got 0 copies of Aura. RIP, my homie. You have Aura. Now, even though she does have Guard Break, even though she does have Havoc 20%, Berserker 20%, unfortunately, she just didn't cut it. She was just trash on contact, bro. Like, sad. Big sad. Next on the list, we have Halibel. Caleb. Halibel. There we go. At least we got the right color this time. Now, Halibel is here in the honorable mention because she's not necessarily a bad character. She definitely fell off very quickly. She does have a Hollow Killer, Berserker 40%, Guard Break, and Frenzy. She wasn't given Havoc 20%, which I think holds her back considering that she does have a Shave first strong attack. She does have a full screen third as well as an 800 circular AoE in front. Second strong attack, melee collision, very good, but unfortunately that first strong attack really does hold her back because it is the same as Gremmy's, where it comes down to that 18% magnification. It's kind of unfortunate, but I mean, it is what it is. Next on the list we have Rangaku. Rangaku is also on the honorable mentions. Unfortunately, she didn't crack the top 10 that was voted in. Strong attack, recharge minus 12%, no affiliation killer really held her back. Other than that, she is incredible. Berserker 20%, Havoc 20%, and Frenzy. Another thing that held her back really was obvious, like honestly, her second strong attack. Her first strong attack is the 3000 length beam, 1200 radius, full screen third strong attack, very good. And her second strong attack is going to be the breath style attack, just like Tokinata. Unfortunately, when it comes to just dealing raw damage, if she had the 960, she would be pretty much a copy paste of Spirit Society Byakuya. But hey, man, honestly, a 3000 length beam, a 960 AoE second strong attack, and a full screen 1200 radius third strong attack is just way too powerful. And yeah, we'll see that later on in this video. Next on the list for honorable mentions, one of the best resurrections of the year 2020, Genjo. Damage inflicted at low stamina 30%. He was given strong attack recharge minus 10%. Instead of taking away his Berserker and giving him Frenzy, they added Frenzy onto it, so he does have a Berserker 20% with Frenzy and Havoc 20%. Very good. His first strong attack is a radius 2400 beam. His second strong attack is an 810 AoE distant, and then I believe, I'm not sure if his second is a lunge, but I do know that his third is a lunge with 960 AoE, so pretty much full screen, almost very close to full screen, but it is a lunge, which means that you actually have some good spread on that. And he does have a Soul Reaper killer. Honestly, his resurrection, in my opinion, is what I would personally love to see for resurrections going down the future, and that's why I wanted him here on the honorable mentions. Going into the actual top 10 list, we're going to start off with Gremmy. Gremmy is an actual good character. He does have a little bit of iffiness to him, which we'll get into in a second. He does have an Arankar killer, strong attack, recharge minus 12%, immune to all status ailments, Berserker 20%, Havoc 20%, and Frenzy. He does have burn/lacerate on his second, but burn on everything else, as well as a revive mechanic on his his special move. On top of that, he does have some good strong attacks when it comes to his second and his third. He has that nasty first strong attack that we were just talking about, like Halibel's. His second strong attack is the 960 AoE distant, as well as a 1200 third strong attack. Literally pretty much the exact same strong attack kit that the original Can For Your Own World Ken and Halibel had. However, he was actually given a Havoc 20%, which I think helps him quite a bit. The problem that this character runs into is that since he wasn't given guard break like that Halibel, his first strong attack is pretty poop. Like, his first strong attack is probably one of the worst in the entire game, and that's not an exaggeration, that's just facts. Next on the list, number 9, Neliel. This Neliel is actually really good. Berserker 20%, no Havoc. Unfortunately, she was a mid-month unit. I really hope that Kayla breaks that little stigma of giving mid-month units Havoc 20%. They've failed to do so over the last year, which is unfortunate. Devastation of 40%, Fire Immunity, Frenzy, increased status ailment chance against Heart Attribute Soul Reapers, plus 10%, pretty much a disabler against enemies she has complete advantage against. She does have a Soul Reaper Killer and Bruiser of 20%, Debilitator 5 seconds with weakening on all of her attacks. Overall, she's actually a really good unit. Going into her actual kit, she has a Lunge first strong attack, 475 radius. Second strong attack is going to be 625 radius lunge. Second strong attack, as well as her third, which is a 1000 vacuum into an explosion with 675 radius. This is the same third strong attack as 5th anniversary Byakuya, as well as Christmas Rangaku. Alright, next on the list we do have Hikone Ubuginu. Now, Hikone is actually still, in my opinion, probably one of the best mind units in the entire game. Strong attack recharge minus 12% with a Soul Reaper Killer. He does have the no affiliation status, as well as a Sprinter plus 2 with Long Stride. Debilitator plus 5 seconds to go along with weakening on all of his attacks. No Berserker, no Havoc 20%. Unfortunately, he did come out during a time that they weren't being given that. Devastation 40%, Bruiser 20%, Paralysis Immunity. He obviously has Frenzy, and going into his actual kit, he has a 475 standard lunge for strong attack into 800 AoE circular strong attack, and then his full screen third strong attack. Very standard kit, just straight up lunge into circular strong attack into full screen third. Overall, with his Sprinter plus 2 as well as his long stride, I think that this character performs incredibly well, and the fact that he has weakening as his special move means that he actually performs incredibly good in Guild Quest should you have multiple copies into him. Overall, in my opinion, he's still one of my favorite characters in the game, and that just goes to show how crazy this year has been for mind units. Next on the list, we have Machine Society Retsu. Now, where she doesn't excel in speed, she does excel in damage. Berserker 20%, Havoc 20%, Guard Break, Frenzy, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Paralysis / Freeze on all of her attacks, and Sprinter plus 1. Devastation 40% and Debilitator of 5 seconds. Strong attack recharge with Soul Reaper Killer as her killer and her soul trait. Strong attack 1 is going to be the split 3-prong strong attack 1, the split range collision. This first strong attack does hit a total of roughly 18 to 22 times against epic raid bosses, which means that this strong attack hits incredibly hard. For those that are familiar with Thousand Year Blood or Orihime, you guys can get a gist of the idea of the damage that she deals with that first strong attack. Her second strong attack is going to be the 960 AoE distant and 1200 radius full screen third strong attack. The kit is nothing to play around with, it's really good. Obviously, a 3000 length beam would be better on the first strong attack, but like this strong attack, when used well, considering that she has guard break, so she doesn't have to worry about breaking guard like Gremmy, I think that she does her job incredibly well, and she does do a great job when it comes to nuking down enemies. Next on the list, Koga, probably one of my favorite characters in the entire game. Strong attack recharge enhanced link at 14%, Hollow Killer, and in my opinion the best kit in terms of strong attacks in the game. He was given Havoc 20%, unfortunately no Berserker, Sprinter plus 1, Devastation 40%, Debilitator plus 5 seconds for the Paralysis, Freeze, and Paralysis on his special move there. Frenzy, and going into his actual kit, he has that 3000 length beam, he has these 960 AoE distant, and his third strong attack, instead of being the 1200 AoE around you, he actually has the 975, which turns into 1170 radius in front. This does have some back range on it, which is good. Roughly, I want to say 150 radius of 150 of this 1170 is actually behind you, which means that you are protected should the enemy try to attack, and if you're in your invincibility animation, you will actually end up clipping them as well, which is really, 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 really good. This third strong attack, in my opinion, with Havoc 20% is the best strong attack in the entire game, bar none. I do think that there are some other strong attacks that are just as strong, but I think that this one just has the most utility, especially for a character that is a range unit. Alright, next on the list, Kisuke was voted on top of Koga. Normal attack damage link of 20% for a combined bruiser of 60% built into the character. Inheritance zones only heart link slot potions +5 was not taken into account, if that gives you any indication of how strong this Kisuke actually is. Berserker plus 50% if you want to run him hybrid. Devastation 40%, Flurry, Guard Break, and Sprinter +1. His second strong attack is the same strong attack as Tokinata, however he has a barrier instead of a boost like Tokinata, and his first strong attack is a shave style ability, but since he has Guard Break you don't have to make use of his strong attacks anyway, so this first strong attack in my opinion is only really used for protection if you want to keep the enemy back. Third strong attack is going to be a standard full screen, and like I said, since he doesn't have to Guard Break the enemy, you can pretty much just concentrate on using your normal attack damage string and using your first and third for protection, as well as his second for barriers to protect your allies as well as yourself. Overall, very, very good value unit, probably one of the best premium pool units in the entire game, next to 5th anniversary Ichigo and Byakuya. Alright, next on the list, Fierce Battle Ichigo. Fierce Battle Ichigo actually won by a landslide, which I was actually quite impressed with, to be honest, considering that this character doesn't have Havoc 20%. His first strong attack is a standard lunge, second strong attack is going to be the 2500 length beam, and his third strong attack is going to be the 975 AoE third strong attack. One thing to note though is that he has a transformation mechanic built into his special move, which also causes him to refresh his cooldowns, and he stays in that transformation for roughly, I want to say, 30 seconds. When he gets off of that, he refreshes his cooldown once again, so he not only has strong attack recharge, but he'll be able to just pop off his strong attacks like nothing. The Berserker 40% as well as hit an enemy 100% chance. That is actually really good because you don't have to put a Zeta pill in order to make him do his job incredibly well. He also has a damage reduction against Soul Reaper damage by 20%, which is kind of, in my opinion, a throwaway ability because you ideally don't want to take damage anyways, but I mean, it's nice to have there. He does have a Soul Reaper killer. Devastation 60%, so he hits hard. Paralysis immunity, Frenzy, Bruiser 40%, and Sprinter +1. Overall, this character is really, 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 really strong, and probably one of the better premium units in the entire game. I want to say like top 10 premium units in the entire game, like no cap. Next on the list, and here's where we get up to the strongest units for the Mind category, and that is number 3 with Candace. Candace is a goddess. That woman can double dot. Yo, bro, for all the love that is jiggly and bouncy in the world, Candace does everything that you need her to and more, bro. A Ronkar killer, strong attack recharge as her link, Berserker 20%, Havoc 20%, Sprinter +2 along with Frenzy, Devastation 40%, Debilitator +5 seconds with paralysis on all of her attacks, Bruiser +20%, as well as weakened defense on her special, so her special is even more useful than just the paralysis. She's the strong independent woman that you need in your life. She has a standard lunge first strong attack at 570 radius, as well as a 960 radius second strong attack and 1200 radius third strong attack. All she needs is me in her life, and she will be the most perfect unit in the entire game, and that is yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Next on the list, Mommy Milker herself, the queen with everyone that wants to be in between, Noel. Noel is, in my opinion, so stupidly OP that it's really hard to really bring into account how much more damage she deals than the average character. Alright, so breaking down the damage difference between Noel and Candace is quite mad. First, let's start off with Candace. She has a strong attack that deals a base damage of 4,950 for the first strong attack, 5,688 for the second, and 6,432 for her third strong attack. You'll see here, just straight up, Noel just deals significantly more damage just raw. 7,506 compared to Candace's 4,950. If we go into the calculator, you'll see here 7,506 divided by 4,950, we get 51.6% more damage from Noel than we do Candace. That in and of itself is just mad. The third strong attack at 9,768 divided by 6,432 from Candace, we have 51.8% more damage from Noel than Candace. Now, you might be thinking, oh, it's because of the Berserker 80%, obviously she's going to deal more damage. The fact that she deals 50% more damage than Candace is just maddening. That is power creep in a nutshell, considering that it's only been, their release difference has only been, I think, 5 months from each of their release dates, which is kind of crazy. Strong attack damage plus 20% as her link, as well as a berserker of 60% gives her a combined total of berserker 80% innately, as well as a strong attack recharge time minus 12% as a skill, means that she's not running out of strong attacks either because of a strong attack damage link like someone like Kenpachi, even though Kenpachi does have the transformation mechanic. I'm just giving an example. Devastation plus 60% for more damage on that ultimate. Frenzy, have a 20%. Nullify range resistance, which gives her even more utility than most characters in the entire game. And Sprinter plus 1. She has a Soul Reaper and no affiliation killer, and with the Nullify range resistance and the sheer amount of damage that she deals, despite not having guard break, she hits like a truck. And on top of that, she is very, very good in content such as extreme co-op and multiple guild quests, which is really, 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 really good. On top of that, she just hits naturally hard, and she has a better kit than someone like Candace as well. She has the 3000 length beam, she has the 960 AoE distant, and the 1200 radius third strong attack. We've talked about this. This is, in my opinion, probably the best kit in the game. All she needs is the 975 into 1175, and I think that would have been a better third strong attack. However, in and of itself, this character is just absolutely bananas, and that leads us to our last character.
Yeah, 覚悟はいいか。行くぜ。決意転生!
Who deals actually less damage than she does. I don't honestly. I get a little confuzzled on whether or not I want to put him over Noel. People voted with a huge margin for Ichigo, but honestly, I do find the use for both of them actually completely there. Noel hits incredibly hard, and since she also has the strong attack recharge minus 12%, she does a very, very good job. Going into Ichigo, Soul Reaper and Captain Killer. Now, the thing that edges him out a lot is the fact that he does have Sprinter plus 2 and he does have Marauder. He has Havoc 20%, Berserker 60%, as well as Bombardment on his special move, which means he hits like a truck, and he also has an insta-kill mechanic built into that special move. He also has Enhancer plus 10 seconds, as well as a team boost, and one thing to note is that he bypasses the 8 skills with Bruiser of 40%, damage reduction of 16%, Frenzy, the Marauder, and then of course he has innate skills with Paralysis, Weaken Immunity, as well as Rage Soul Reaper dodges, which is helpful for Transcendent Zone. This is the only place that this is really useful. All in all, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 skills, as well as his strong attack recharge link. The fact that he has Soul Reaper Killer and Captain Killer means that he is he is definitely the best Captain Killer in the game, as well as he does have his use in Extreme Co-op and Soul Reaper Guild Quest, which is really, really, really nice. His kit is actually incredible as well, with a full screen third strong attack of 1200 radius, 960 AoE distant, second strong attack for that boost, which is really, really good. Something that I really would have loved to see in Masaki, even though Masaki's a NAD character. She didn't get Havoc, obviously. But when I saw that, I was like, wow, this can change the game for boosters as a whole. And they actually ended up releasing it with Ichigo. A 3000 length beam for the first strong attack. The same exact strong attack kit. Obviously, he has a boost, so a longer cooldown on his second strong attack. When it comes down to it, I do feel like both of these characters will perform incredibly well, and you could interchange them depending on what you would really like as what you really value when it comes to these characters. Overall, these characters are, in my opinion, I want to say, for the most part, I do want to say that the order is correct, or at least I would like to put them so. I do value Marauder and Sprinter plus 2 incredibly highly. However, like I said, since he does have that long cooldown on his second strong attack, you could make a case for Noel, and I would definitely make a case for Noel just because in and of itself, she still hits harder than Ichigo. She pumps out strong attacks faster than Ichigo, and she has the range to prove it too. But all in all, Mind has taken such a huge turn for the better, and I would love to see what Kayla puts out in the near future. We've already seen that they are not deciding to make these premium characters unless their anniversary. Continually growing in power creep. Just we see that Uryu isn't really all that. We see Sapporo's garbage, and then we also see that Renji is good, but since he wasn't given guard break, he does have a little bit of problems, right? But anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. That is the conclusion for all my top 10 attributes. We're gonna be going into affiliations in a bit, and that's gonna be really, really fun. Make sure to follow me on Twitch. Link will be down in the description below as we vote for these characters. I do give it to y'all to vote in these characters, and I would love to see what you guys do in the future. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Stay blessed, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Hope y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Peace.